J.J. Powell for the opening tip-off, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of nice-looking basketball players on both sides here.
Yeah, this should be a great matchup. You're talking about some high-level recruits. Alamir Dawes going to Clemson, like you said, and a couple of highly recruited guys to Wildwood Catholic and Taj Sweet and Jaleel White. So this should be an exciting match of high school basketball. You don't really get to see this kind of talent too often on the same court here in South Jersey.
Here's Jaleel White. He is a Temple recruit, along with his teammate Taj Sweet, who's down low, number 32. Here's McGonigal now, looking for somewhere to go. McGonigal double team, dishes over to Thweet. Thweet driving into the hoop. He's going to lay one up off the glass. No good. Rebound there by Church. Loose ball now. We got a scramble for it, and Jacob Hopping comes up with it, but he walked. Jacob Hopping, their sharpshooter, able to come away with it, but he could not dribble out. Took too many steps, and the Patrick School Celtics will take over with possession. 7:22 remaining first quarter. No score yet.
Nick, we had Wildwood Catholic head coach Dave DeWeese on the South Jersey Sports Report last week talking about Ben Church and what a program guy he is, worked his way up from junior varsity, and one of those kind of kids that's going to do all the dirty work, anything to stay in the lineup.
This is Dawes for the Patrick School at the top of the key. Loose ball picked off by Church, and a little miscommunication with the pass. It'll go out of bounds. And head coach Dave DeWeese not happy along the far side, so the Celtics will take back over. You mentioned one of the top guys on the Patrick School, Alamir Dawes, number 2. He is a Clemson commit, the senior. This will be Rice to inbound it. In the corner, this is Ramos for 3, off the mark. Rebound up in the air, and it'll be scramble for it, and it'll be McGonigal come away with it for Wildwood Catholic. Minute gone here in the first quarter, no score yet. Hopping left wing wants a 3 ball off the mark, and a rebound there by Ramos, and Dawes will take it back up the floor.
Nick, I'm digging McGonigal's neon green sneakers. Makes you look fast.
Definitely can't miss them. Here's Ramos now calling out the offense. 6.5 to play first quarter. No score yet between these two top schools.
It's one way to make sure you notice on film.
Got a timeout.
Just watch for me. I'm the guy with the green sneakers. That's all you got to say.
A timeout on the floor. 6.5 to play first quarter. No score yet. A little bit of a sloppy start here, Dave, but you can easily see both these teams are going to have their opportunities for some open looks.
Yeah, they're trying to feel each other out, see what kind of defenses each team is running. We'll start to see a little bit more smooth play as we get deeper into this first quarter.
Thank you to Boys and Girls Club with all proceeds benefiting the Boys and Girls.
Once again, glad you're with us this afternoon, this Sunday afternoon.
We got some kids running around back and forth to the snack bar having a good time here.
It's
I tell you what, great
beautiful day out. But I know we're inside, but it's a nice day out. So I mean, it's a good day for a lot of things going on here. NFL football on TV, and of course you got high school basketball. A nice little showcase event here. It doesn't feel like winter really.
No, we've been lucky with the weather, and you can see the sun shining through the windows here at Holy Spirit High School. Kind of makes you want to get outside, but we're inside here for a great high school basketball game.
Ramos with it on the left wing. Dish it back over to Dawes. Dawes looking for somewhere to go. Fake, started by 3, and now he walked. He was undecisive of where to go with the ball. Tried to find Vasquez down low, but took an extra step. Wildwood Catholic takes over.
Little James Harden step there.
They're going to call it down at this level.
They will call it at the high school level.
Here's Jaleel White for Catholic. Driving in on himself. Dishes it over. Church now. Right wing back to White in the corner. Still no score yet. 2 minutes gone first quarter. Hopping now. He's their sharpshooter. McGonigal. Over to Thweet. Thweet has an offer from Seton Hall. Only a junior. White now driving, and he is rejected going out of bounds. Good job there by Vasquez to knock it out. But Catholic will keep possession here with 5:46 to play here in the first quarter.
A little bit of matchup zone. They're trying to stay with these outside shooters for Wildwood Catholic, deny them the three-point line.
Underneath, here's White putting one off the glass. Does not go, and rebound there by Vasquez. Still no score from the other side. He'll take it up the floor. In the corner now for Dawes. Dawes will kick it back out. And now Vasquez will reset. Good transition defense there from the Crusaders. Dawes, his pass is tipped, but finds its way back to Vasquez. And the whistle on the floor, and now Vasquez traveled. We've seen a lot of sloppy play so far, Dave, and all of a sudden, 2.5 minutes in, no buckets.
They've traveled a long way to get here. They got to stop traveling when you got the basketball in your hands.
I think a bit of a hangover from last night as the Patrick School.
Could be, yeah. They played a late game last night, so they were
tough game against Camden yesterday.
Yeah, they probably didn't get back to the hotel until 11 o'clock. So
Here's White now on the right wing. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Thweet. He was guarded by Powell. White now over to McGonigal. 5:05 to play, first quarter. No score yet. Here's Church now. Nice pass. Here's Thweet out in the left corner. Moving around, driving baseline, back underneath the Church. Church is rejected from behind by Rice. Here come the Celtics. Back the other way. Dawes underneath. He's rejected by Taj Thweet. But Vasquez will get it back for the Celtics. What a rejection and defensive play by Taj Thweet.
Thweet had his head up around the rim on that one.
In the corner, Vasquez for three. Got it. Finally, a bucket. Alejandro Vasquez puts the Celtics up 3-0 with 4.5 to play, first quarter. Thweet now trying to answer for the three. He's got it himself. How about Taj Thweet answering the bell? 3-3 with 4:26 to play, first quarter, and another timeout, or excuse me, a whistle on the floor. All of a sudden, we go from no scoring to 2 straight threes.
And Nick, this is going to be one of those games where the Stars are going to really want to play well. They're going to try to match each other shot for shot.
This is Rice, guarded by White. Get it back over to Dawes. Dawes back over to Rice, guarded by Hopping. Swing around corner. Vasquez thought about a three, fake, swing it back around. Dawes, move around, guarded by White. Underneath, here's Powell, puts it in, rejected again. Come back the other way, here's White. Underneath the Hopping, off the glass, no good. White, the putback, got it, no whistle though. 5-3 Wildwood Catholic. The defense on display and nice transition offense from the Crusaders.
Does Taj Thweet have those old Reebok pump shoes?
Taj Thweet
is getting some air on these rejections.
Thweet is the star right now. Jacob Hopping knocking that ball out of bounds to prevent an offensive possession here from the Celtics. But they'll keep possession here. Got a substitution on. Deontay Johnson in for Patrick School, as well as Jaden Pierre. And Harris is also in, so emptying the bench here are the Celtics. Underneath. Nice feed there to Vasquez. He'll convert. He's got all 5 for the Celtics. We're tied at 5. 3.5 to play, first quarter. Here's White now for Wildwood Catholic. White driving baseline, dishes it. Church, and might have stepped out of bounds there, or we get a foul. We're going to get a foul on the floor as Church was trying to get to the hoop.
A little bit of a push off before he went up there.
Wildwood Catholic, a short bench, really only uses a 6-man rotation as compared to the Celtics. They have a handful of guys who will come off the bench and keep the Stars fresh. 3:10 to play, first quarter, 5-5. Low scoring so far. One of the stars so far, Taj Thweet of Wildwood Catholic. 2 big rejections. White now near the top of the key, guarded by Vasquez. White will drive, going to lay one up, and got it to go. Lucky bounce there for Jaleel White, 7-5 Wildwood Catholic.
That shows you a little bit of why teams like Temple and Seton Hall are taking a look at this kid.
Cross-court pass, here's Vasquez. Vasquez driving, dishes underneath. Here's Powell putting one up. The floater is no good. Vasquez trying to get his own rebound, but we got a foul on the floor.
Over the back there, yeah, he tried to get a little too aggressive on that offensive rebound.
So Wildwood Catholic will take back over. As we mentioned, there's 3 subs on for the Patrick School, but now J.J. Powell will take a seat. And coming in is Muhammad Sow. Zarfati also in for Wildwood Catholic. Ben Church will take a seat. That's the extent of the rotation. Here's Hopping, right wing 3, wants it off the mark, and it's rebounded there by Johnson. Back at the floor, here comes Vasquez. Vasquez taking it himself, dishes it over. We got another foul on the floor, and to give the offensive foul to Vasquez. Another turnover for the Celtics.
Yeah, if he gets rid of that ball just a hair earlier, half second earlier, he doesn't get that offensive foul. But when you go that deep into the paint and kind of run the guy over, you're going to get called for that every time.
So we got 2:20 to play. 7-5 Wildwood Catholic. Hopping now, guarded by Harris. Here's McGonigal, trying to get by Pierre. McGonigal calling out the signals, calling for a screen from Thweet. They'll dish it back over to Thweet. Now Thweet will take themselves spin move in the corner. Zarfati back over to Thweet. Thweet trying to drive on a double team, lost the ball, and it's picked away by Rice. Rice up the floor in the corner. Here's Harris. Dish it back out. Rice almost lost it. Now swing it over to Sal. Johnson over to Pierre in the corner. Catholic moving it around. Pierre driving, baseline, in the corner. Rice, 4-3, got it. St. Patrick's School takes the lead, 8-7. 1.5 to play here in the first quarter. Zarfati underneath, Thweet puts one up, he is rejected. And the Celtics take it back the other way. Here's Rice now. Over to Pierre, lost it. And we got a foul on the floor. They might nail hopping. They might just call it out of bounds, waiting for the call. I believe that ball just went out of bounds. Patrick School will keep it. Rice, over to Pierre. Long right wing guarded tightly by Zarfati. Here's Sal underneath, and we're going to get a walk. Mohamed Sal took a few extra steps. 1:06 to play first quarter. Another turnover for the Celtics. Wildwood Catholic will take back over, down by 1.
Yeah, the Celtics having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out that Wildwood Catholic zone on defense.
Here's McGonigal. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Low-scoring affair so far. White along the left wing. Guarded by Rice. White trying to drive. Puts one up off balance and could not get the roll. Zarfati, the rebound, puts one up, no good. Rebound there by Sal. Back at the floor, here comes the Patrick School. Underneath, that ball goes off the foot of Zarfati. As Johnson was coming in transition, Celtics will keep the ball here.
I don't think this will be a hold for one shot possession with the way these teams are playing. 38 seconds.
A lot of turnovers.
Might get 4 more possessions in this last 40 seconds.
Yeah, we've had a fast game so far. Church back in for the Catholic. Here's Pierre. McGonigal on the bench now for the Crusaders, by the way. Pierre again, right wing, trying to get by Zarfati. Dishes it over. Right corner for the 3 from Johnson off the mark. And loose ball. He gets his own rebound. Ball deflected up in the air and goes into the seats. Zarfati tried to give chase, but it was last touched by Wildwood Catholic. So with 22 seconds remaining here, the Celtics will keep the ball. Here's Pierre. Celtics might hang on for the last shot here. In the corner for Johnson. Back out to Pierre. Swinging around now, Rice guarded by White. Celtics looking for a shot here. Down to 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Rice, Pierre. Back over to Rice. Thought about a 3. Back over to Pierre. Pierre going to drive baseline. Off balance 2. No good. And at the end of the first quarter, 8-7 lead for the Patrick School over Wildwood Catholic. So far, Dave, we've seen a pretty good defensive clinic and some sloppy offense as well.
Well, I mean, a product of that sloppy offense is really good defense, and the defense by Wildwood Catholic kind of changed the way the Patrick School approached that last 40 seconds. Once there was some scramble there, okay, 20 seconds went by, let's hold for the last shot, didn't get it. But, hey, anytime you're holding the Patrick School to less than 10 points in a quarter, you're doing something right because they're one of the best teams in the state, and you can see the kind of athletic ability they have at all the positions. So they could easily, score 18 to 20 a quarter. So Wildwood Catholic's in a great spot here heading into the second quarter. They just need to get a little bit more patient on offense and maybe try to free up some of those shooters. Let Hopping get in a groove a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, if you're Wildwood Catholic, you want to be able to find some space for a kid like Jacob Hoppings. He only took, I believe, only 2 3-pointers in that first quarter, missed them both. So if you're Dave DeWeese, draw up something to get him open. But you saw the talent of Taj Thweet. I mean, him and Jaleel White so far have been very limited due to some really good defense down low from the Patrick School.
I think Thweet's just trying to do a little bit too much early on here. If he can just kind of stay within himself a little bit more, let the game come to him, he'll be a little more successful. You can obviously see by watching this game what kind of talent he has. So if he just is a little more patient on offense and picks his spots when to drive, he'll be a little bit more successful and kind of get into that groove. Once he gets in a groove, he's tough to stop.
So Rice will inbound it for the Celtics. Get over to Johnson. We start the second quarter. Patrick School up 8-7. Down underneath. Back out to Rice. Over to Johnson. Johnson trying to take it himself. Almost lost it. Picked away now. Here comes Jacob Hopping. Now he lost the ball. Scramble for it at midcourt. And it's picked up by Johnson. Coming back the other way. Puts it up off the glass. No good. And the putback there by Sal. Although we're going to get a foul.
They got him on the rim there trying to tip that rebound in. So
Sal went a little too early on the putback. No basket. Still 8-7.
You can't have any contact with the ball when it's on the rim like that, so that's going to be a turnover for the Patrick School.
McGonigal to check back in, and Dave Zarfati will check out for Wildwood Catholic. And as we mentioned before, still only a 6-man rotation for Wildwood Catholic. Still missing their transfer to Sean Lopez from Middle Township. He will be eligible next week. And he'll add some bona fide talent to this lineup. In the corner now, Church. Back out to Hopping. Catholic trying to swing it around. They'll get it out to Jaleel White. White driving, top of the key, taking himself. Puts one up off the glass, no basket, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
A little bit of a travel there. He kind of was indecisive on his drive there. A little bit of a carry in the left hand, and these refs are calling it tight, man. They're not going to let anything like that go.
No free-flowing game so far today. 7:24 remaining, second quarter. 8-7 Patrick School. Here's Rice now. Guarded by White. Dishes over to Pierre. Pierre driving the line, and did he step out of bounds? No, he did not. Or I think we're going to get a foul on McGonigal. And head coach Dave DeWeese certainly not happy on the sideline.
Nick, look for the Celtics to try to get Dawes a little bit more involved. Here's a kid who scored 27 last night. Hasn't been much of a factor yet.
They haven't called his name much. Here's Rice out in the corner now. Here's a three-pointer for Ramos off the mark. And no rebound up in the air. Somehow tipped around, but Hopping will get it for Catholic. And here comes White back the other way, guarded by Dawes. White takes himself into the paint, and he goes down hard. We are going to get a foul, and they're going to get, looks like, Powell with the foul and the blocking foul. So you may take that back. They're actually going to nail Dawes for the foul.
That looked like an off-tackle trap football.
Get these kids back on the gridiron. 6:57 remaining here in the second quarter. 8-7 Patrick School. Hopping, swinging out to Thweet. He's guarded by Powell. Hopping now near the top of the key. Out to White in the corner for Thweet. Thweet going to drive, put one off the glass. Woo! Got it to go. He wanted the foul too. But he'll give Catholic the lead 9-8 with 6.5 to play first half. They wanted a walk there regardless of the turnover. Here comes Church the other way over to White. White driving out to Hopping. Hopping thought about it, driving baseline, turns. Back out to White, they'll slow things down a bit. Here's Thweet now guarded by Powell. Calling for a screen. Won't get it. Get it out to White along the left wing. White guarded by Ramos. Trying to get a pick from Church. White, spin move, goes to the hoop, puts one up. No good. And it's picked away by Ramos. Celtics come back the other way. Ramos. Rice thought about a three. He'll drive. Triple teamed. Back at the Dawes. Right wing three. No good. Rebound Thweet. White now over to McGonigal. Back to White. In the corner. White driving. Spin. Puts one up. Got it in the foul. Jaleel White. A grown man move right there.
He's starting to feel it, Nick. You saw on that last shot. Even when these guys are that talented, even when they miss a shot, it's fun to watch.
They certainly have the athletic moves that most high school kids do not have. So it's a 3-point lead for Catholic. We got some subs coming on for the Patrick School.
That's going to be really big for Wildwood Catholic. If Jaleel White can get going, he's going to draw more attention. That's going to leave some one-on-one situations with Thweet, and maybe you open up Hopping for some of those threes.
To convert the 3-point play here is White, and he's got it. 12-8. Crusaders on top. 5:43 to play, first half. This will be Johnson taking up the floor for the Celtics. Long pass. And let's dish it around. Straight on three for Johnson. No good. Rebound picked away by Church. Hopping to McGonigal. Underneath, Church puts one up. Might have been rejected or just an off-balance shot there, but White will come away with it. Underneath, McGonigal goes to the hoop. Oh, and he missed it, but it's put back up by Thweet. Cannot get it to go and still can't go. Thweet again, another rebound. Still can't get it to go. Rebound again, Catholic, and a foul.
Wow.
A lot of chances there. They could not get it to go, but McGonigal eventually draws the foul.
What a sequence under the basket there. That was crazy.
McGonigal will get two at the line here. We'll miss the first. He misses the first of two. Some more subs coming back on for the Patrick School. McGonigal for his second. trying to convert. Go 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Missed that one, and the rebound come the way by the Celtics. It goes out of bounds. Not sure what happened there in the corner, but we're going to get Patrick School ball after the scramble for the ball. McDowell is in for the first time today for the Patrick School. Here's Harris kicking out to Rice. Under 5 to play first half. Rice, looking for someone to go, finds Ramos. We'll swing it around, long 3 for Rice. It's off the mark. Rebound there from Catholic. Crusaders come back at the floor. Here's McGonigal. Thweet, taking himself, almost lost it, gets it back, puts one up, and got it to go. Taj Thweet.
He is so smooth on the left side there.
He's getting it going now, 14-8 Catholic. Here's Ramos. Over, Johnson trying to get it by Thweet. Lost the ball, puts it back up for McDowell. He can't get it to go, and he's fouled on the way up.
Nice drive by Johnson there, really making Wildwood Catholic's Thweet kind of decide on what to do, and just a little bit late on moving his feet and getting set for that rejection, ends up with a foul.
Here's McDowell for the free throw. Could not get it to go. And he will shoot another one. We've had an exciting first half, Dave. Even though there's not been that much scoring, we've just seen a lot of great athletic plays from both sides so far.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, these are very, very talented teams and players that can get up and down the floor, get up around the rim, do a lot of different things.
McDowell goes 0 for 2 from the line. As now Catholic has the ball back. Here's White along the left wing. Looking for some help. White will drive into the paint himself, pulling off the glass. No good. Rebound there by Ramos. Ramos up the floor to Johnson. Johnson coming up along the left wing. Will slow down, kick it back out to Ramos, top of the key. Ramos underneath. Harris over to McDowell.
Great
reverse
pass.
layup. Nice job there from McDowell. Cuts the lead 14-10 now. Crusaders hanging on to a 4-point lead. They'll take it back up the floor with McGonigal.
Great pass by Harris there. Great vision under the basket.
Here's White. 3.5 to play first half. Now they'll slow things down. White was looking for some instructions from the bench. McGonigal driving. Guarded tightly by Harris. Long pass cross court over to White. He's got it. Look to slow things down again. Try to set something up here. White. Driving baseline now. Double team. Kicks it back out to McGonigal. Here's Zarfati. Left wing 3. Wants it. Off the mark. Ball up in the air. Scramble for it. And I believe Catholic got it. A diving Ben Church gets the jump ball, and it'll be possession for Wildwood Catholic.
That's why Deweese loves him, man. Kind of guy that's going to get down there on the ground for loose balls.
Nice hustle play there from Ben Church. He'll take a seat now as Jacob Hopping checks back in with 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Wildwood Catholic hanging on to a 4-point lead.
He's probably saying, Coach, what do you want from me? I'm hustling on every play. You taking me out?
McGonigal trying to inbound it, gets it over to White along the top of the key. White guarded by Rice. Trying to go one-on-one in the corner. Hopping, driving baseline. He's going to kick one back out to Zarfati. Long 2 off the mark. Rebound Rice. Rice up the floor to Ramos. Ramos driving. Long 2 for him is also no good. Rebound there. McDowell lost it. Stolen away. McGonigal has it. Gets over to Hopping. Cross-court pass. Has Thweet in transition. He goes for the slam, but he could not get it fouled on the way up. Taj Thweet. That was a highlight reel dunk waiting to happen, but he just could not finish as he was fouled. He'll go to the line with 2.5 to play here in the first half.
Great look-up court from Hopping, the former Holy Spirit Spartan. He knows you get a run out like that, just get it up there and let Thweet do his thing.
Like a quarterback finding his wide receiver all the way down the field in transition. First free throw off the mark, no good. And it's amazing we're more than halfway through the second quarter and the Patrick School only has 10 points.
Yeah, that's very surprising. I mean, this is a great offensive team, and give some credit to Wildwood Catholic's defense. They're doing a lot of things that are really making the Patrick School uncomfortable and not allowing them to really get in any kind of groove.
Second free throw gets the roll, goes in, 15-10, Wildwood Catholic. This is Ramos to Rice, trying to cross the timeline. Ramos. That's a three-pointer for Harris. No good. Rebound there by McGonagall. Nice feed to three. Here comes Taj Sweet. Two-handed slam. Puts it down 17-10. Wildwood Catholic.
There's one for the huddle tape.
Should have seen all coaches will like that one. In the corner, Harris almost lost it. Gets it back. Got a whistle. And he went out of bounds. Taj Sweet. Some dunks. Some great defense in this first half. Might be one of your early game MVPs.
He's got a lock on it so far. We'll see what happens. Plenty of time left to go here. Still 2 minutes in the first half, but you can see why the Cape Atlantic League fans want to get out and see this team whenever the Crusaders are playing their hometown team.
McGonagall taking up the floor. He's guarded by Pierre. Here's Hopping now. He's been quiet so far today. Guarded by Ramos. Back over to McGonagall. Under 2 to play, first half. Thweet in the corner. Wants a three-pointer. No good. Rebound Ramos. Gets it back out to Johnson. Underneath, here's Pierre trying to go up and rejected by Jaleel White, and no whistle, and Pierre is down. He's hurt along the baseline, but they'll continue to play. White underneath Hopping, and now we're going to get a whistle.
Looks like a turnover on Wildwood Catholic.
Here in this first half, 19-10, Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah, the help side defense just came way too late on that play.
Rice double team. Gets back over to Dawes in the corner. Here's Ramos for three. No good. Rebound by Hopping. White back up the floor. White in transition. Puts one up off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound. And the putback for Jaleel White. 21-10. Wildwood Catholic. They're going on a bit of a run now.
I'm impressed, Nick. This is a heck of a team here, Wildwood Catholic, and they're playing one of the best teams in the state and really having their way with them.
Here's Johnson. Over to Rice. Now Dawes. He's been real quiet today. Rice driving. Corner for Johnson. We'll swing it back out. Here's Dawes. Rice driving on McGonagall. Kicks back. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Back out to Ramos. Swinging out to Dawes. Patrick School cannot get by the perimeter right now. Ramos driving into the paint. Tries to put one up. He's rejected by Taj Sweet. Anyway, his pass is picked. Here's Dawes now. Underneath the McDowell. Putting one up and could not get it.
Whoa, I don't know about that.
Wow, we're going to get an offensive foul on McDowell. I could have sworn they were going to hit Taj Sweet with some contact. But Catholic will take back over with 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ben Church will check in. And Dave Zarfati will hit the bench for Wildwood Catholic. An 11-point lead for the Crusaders, largest of the day. White with 10 seconds, taking his time, might hang on for the last shot. Jaleel White will go one-on-one, taking himself, puts one up off the glass, and got it to go. Jaleel White down to 2, now 1. Ramos can't even get a shot off, and that's the end of the half. What a run by Wildwood Catholic to end that second quarter. They are going into halftime with a 23-10 lead over the Patrick School. And Dave, this is it's a little surprising considering how good the Patrick School is, but they must be a little tired from yesterday when they had to grind out a big win over Camden last night.
Yeah, you can definitely see the effects. I'm really surprised they've only had 10 points in the first half. They had 8, I think, in the first quarter, so a 2-point second quarter. They got to really figure some things out here offensively and take care of the ball. Too many turnovers in that first half.
Alamir Dawes will take it. He'll dish it underneath to Vasquez. Out in the corner, here's Dawes again. He was really quiet in that first half. Only had a turnover, no points. Dawes, a Clemson commit. Over to Rice now, right wing. In the corner for Vasquez. Vasquez trying to drive baseline, trying to get over Thweet. Could not get it, and Thweet will pull it down. Get it over to White.
And with Dawes, Nick, you're talking about a guy who scored 27 against Camden.
McGonagall taking himself, dishing over to Thweet, puts one up, and he got it. Taj Thweet has been flat out dominant since that second quarter. A lot of rejections, and he's been getting some easy buckets on the inside. 25-10, Wildwood Catholic. Here's Vasquez, left wing, kicks it out to Dawes. In the corner, here's Ramos, driving baseline, dishes it, puts it up. That's Vasquez, no good. Excuse me, that was Powell, but we got a whistle on the floor.
They just have to do a better job finishing around the rim. They're getting some looks. They're getting some jump shots open. They really had some trouble from the outside shooting, knocking down a few of those threes. Could be a different game. They got to start finishing what they started.
So Powell will go to the line for 2 after the foul. 7:14 to play here in the third quarter. 15-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. First free throw's missed. This is the largest lead of the day for either side. As we had a scoreless first 3 minutes in that first quarter, roughly. And a sloppy game so far for the Patrick School. Second free throw up for Powell, and he got it.
Fans starting to get into a little bit. They're not happy with some of the officiating.
Officials calling a tight game so far. Thweet, long pass for White. White trailed by Rice, and it's knocked out of bounds. Wildwood Catholic will keep the ball here with 7:09 to play.
Good defense there by Rice on that run out.
Did a good job trailing as White almost was all alone. Could have slammed that up for two. Thweet now straight on three, wants it. No good. Rebound there by Jaleel White. White double team now, dribbling out to Hopping. Hopping thought about a three, gets it over to White now in the corner. Kick it back out, under 7 to play, third quarter. Thweet along the left wing. Inside to Hopping, nice feed. Hopping spinning around, rejected out of bounds by Dawes. Actually stayed in, so here comes Ramos back up the floor. Ramos driving, tries to dish it, got it out to Dawes. Dawes driving into the paint, kicks it back out. Rice for three, no good. Rebound there by White, keeps it, falls down, gets pushed. And we're going to get a foul on the Patrick School. White did a nice job, tried to keep his balance at 1 foot, but he's pushed out of bounds.
Great job there by Dawes, driving the lane and finding the open shooter. Like I said, you just got to knock down some of these shots, otherwise you're going to be staring at a pretty big deficit heading into the fourth quarter.
Hopping to inbound, got to Thweet, he's guarded by Powell. Thweet now up the floor himself. He'll take it out to Church. Thought about a three, but he'll kick it back out to Hopping. And now here's McGonigal. Jaleel White moving around, whistle on the floor, and we're going to get a foul on Michael Ramos.
Nick, great job by some of the other guys on Wildwood Catholic. They're really understanding that, hey, we're going to rely on White and Thweet to score a lot of points in this game. So what they're doing is they're passing on what could be contested jump shots and extending possessions, trying to get a little better look and get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Not always easy to do. I mean, you might think you're open. Hey, I want to score some points here and maybe hoist up a three, but it might be ill-advised at that point. So they're recognizing that, hey, there's better offensive options there if we just take our time.
Timeout taken on the floor by Wildwood Catholic. So while we have this break, 6:21 to play, 25-11 in favor of Wildwood Catholic.
Let's get some sponsors going here. Where's your page, man?
Gotta find my page, bro. I almost lost it.
Definitely got to give a shout out to Holy Spirit High School. They're doing a great job with this tournament as they did last year, and make it so easy to cover this tournament. All kind of stats with Tom Williams and Prime Events doing some great work with that.
I wrote on the back of the paper, so here we go. Some of the sponsors today: Tropicana, Borgata, Holy Spirit Fathers Club, Atlantic Care, It's a Rodeo, Custom On-Site Catering, Dick's Sporting Goods, and AOSPT Rehabilitation Services. Back to the action now. McGonigal to inbound, finds Church. Now over to Hopping. Underneath the Thweet, guarded by Powell. Thweet trying to take himself, trying to split a double team, puts one up, could not get it to go, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and got it to go. Taj Thweet is a man amongst boys.
This kid ate his Metrex bars this morning.
Must be something in the water for Wildwood Catholic today, and they nearly turn it over here. The Celtics do. Rice now trying to get around Hopping. Rice, and we're going to get a whistle. Offensive foul on the Patrick School. Wildwood Catholic takes back over, and I'll tell you what, Dave, only 8 points in that first quarter for the Patrick School, and since then they've scored only 3.
Really surprising. I mean, this is a very talented team. They're just kind of rushing a little bit on offense, trying to do too much. They would be well served to slow this thing down a little bit, kind of get refocused on offense.
Great passing from Wildwood Catholic. Thweet, although lost it out of bounds as he dives to the floor. Celtics will take over. Some subs coming in for the Patrick School. Got Vasquez coming in, along with Deontay Johnson, as Ramos and Powell will take a seat.
Yeah, they need to get the ball in Vasquez's hands, let him do some work. He's a very talented athlete. He's kind of been held in check so far.
One guy they need to get going is Alamir Dawes. He has been shut out so far after scoring 27 last night against Camden in that win. Here's Vasquez. Over to Rice. Now Dawes. Dawes will drive it himself. He's going to lay one up, but he's rejected by Thweet on the way up, but they'll call the whistle before the shot. Thweet making sure that bucket or that basket never goes in.
They're starting to think twice about driving the lane when you got about a 6'7", 6'8" Taj Thweet in there, rejecting pretty much everything you throw up.
He's an athletic 6'7", to say the least. In the corner, Rice almost went out of bounds. He'll dribble it back out, though. Rice, along the left wing, finds Dawes, top of the key. Swinging around. This is McDowell. He's double teamed. Rice, cross-court pass. Johnson driving baseline underneath. Vasquez dribbles once, puts one up with the glass, and in it goes.
There you go.
And finally a bucket for the Celtics. It's Alejandro Vasquez. Long pass for White out here for Catholic. He's going to try to split a double team. Puts one up. No good, but he does draw the foul.
That's what you have to do against the zone defense. You have to drive into it, find the guy on the other side of the help side defense.
5:06 to play here in the third quarter. 14-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. Largest lead of the day is 16 points for the Crusaders. White's first free throw up and no good. Second free throw on up for White, and he got it to go, 28-13.
Patrick School trying to find the right combination of players here. They've been doing a lot of subbing out, just haven't found the right rhythm.
Vasquez guarded by Hopping, crosses the timeline. He's double teamed now. Vasquez, and we're going to get a foul on Wildwood Catholic, and they're going to get Hopping for that one.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive on that trap play there.
And Catholic wants to make the argument that Vasquez is pushing off, of course, but the refs are going to call it as they see it. Here's Dawes now for the Celtics. Dish it over to Rice, and now Dawes will get it back top of the key. Johnson now. Dawes back out to Johnson. Johnson driving, long two from the side, no good. Rebound Hopping, and we got another whistle. And it's going to be on the Celtics, and they're going to get Vasquez. A little too much contact from him that time.
Part of your job as a fan, Nick, is to argue in favor of your boys. You're not obligated to be objective when you're a fan.
Hopping to inbound. 4:41 to play, third quarter. White guarded by Rice, trying to get it up the timeline. He'll cross. White taking himself, split everybody, lost the ball though. Vasquez comes away with it. Behind the back, nice move, but we got another whistle.
Almost a carry there. He got away with one a little bit.
They're going to nab McGonigal with the foul.
I think that was McGonigal was trying to plead his case for a carry before the foul.
Rice to inbound it. Johnson now for the Celtics. Rice along the right wing has Johnson. Johnson driving into the paint, kicks it back out to Rice. Dawes thought about a three, he'll dish it away. Rice back at the Dawes, now Vasquez in the corner, Johnson. Johnson driving, puts one up, and the floater is off the mark, no good. Rebound there by Church. McGonigal double teamed now, trying to get it away. Gets out to Hopping, and now White. White crosses the timeline. Pass is picked off, looking for Thweet, and now Dawes takes it back the other way. Dawes takes it himself. Nice dish to Johnson, rejected by Jacob Hopping. What a block by Jacob Hopping.
Tired of Taj Sweet getting all the credit for defense.
A lot of rejections from the Wildwood Catholic Crusaders today. Johnson will go to the bench now for the Celtics. Well, inbound it to McDowell. He lost it out of bounds. Some arguing from the bench from the Patrick School. Not liking these calls here. Pierre to inbound. Has Rice. Left corner three. No good. Rebound there. Rejected by McGonigal.
McGonigal doesn't like that call.
As Pierre was trying to put it back up, McGonigal rejected him, but they're going to get a foul.
He thought he had all ball, and I think you might have a case on that one, Nick.
I'll tell you what, Dave. I heard all ball on that from the block from the senior McGonigal, but they're going to send McDowell to the line. Puts it up. Got the first. 28-14 now. Wildwood Catholic still has they have doubled up the Patrick School so far. Here's McDowell second from the charity stripe. Got the roll. 28-15. Under 4 to play.
I got to be honest with you, Nick. I thought this game was going to be into the 60s. We might be looking at into the 40s for a winner here.
Here's Thweet now trying to take it himself. Puts it up. But he is fouled on the way up. He was looking for a dunk, but had to switch off to a layup, but he's fouled anyway. He'll go to the line again. Taj Thweet. I'll tell you what, Dave. They cannot seem to cover him, and the only way to stop him is to foul him.
I don't think you want to be the number 8 seed in the Cape Atlantic League tournament this year and have to go up against them in the first round.
He is certainly a lot to handle. 3:45 to play, third quarter. Thweet's first free throw is up and good.
Obviously, a lot of basketball left to be played, but they have the inside track on the 1 seed in the Cal tournament at this point. We'll see what happens. Some pretty good teams out there as well when you're talking about teams like St. Augustine Prep, Pleasantville, which we'll see later on tonight. St. Joe had a win. They're still undefeated. So that could be – we're talking about 5-6 weeks left here before that tournament.
Kai Watson, only a junior, has a plethora of schools to choose from as well.
And we spoke with Steve Selby of the Summit Basketball Group on the radio show on ESPN Radio yesterday. And, just talking about the type of talent that's here this weekend is really awesome to see if you're a high school basketball fan. If you missed this entire tournament, you might not be a basketball fan. That's all I'm going to say.
So you can catch the replays on YouTube. Matt OCNJ. Good job by Matt Ulmer. In the corner of Pierre for three. No good. Rebound McDowell. Try to kick it back out. It's stolen away. Here comes Hopping. Hopping will slow down. Looking for someone to go with it. Finds White.
I thought he was going to try a 30-footer there.
In the corner for Thweet. Out to McGonigal. Here's White along the right wing. Wildwood Catholic taking their time. They have doubled up the Patrick School so far, 30-15. Long pass from Thweet out to Hopping. And they'll continue to swing it around. This is also very impressive considering Wildwood Catholic's short bench, only using 6 players in this game. Thweet, long pass found White. And he's guarded by McDowell, excuse me.
They've done their conditioning in November, December, that's for sure.
McGonigal looking for a screen. Catholic now struggling to get by the perimeter. Looking for their open look. Church. Back out to McGonigal. Inside, White going to drive to the hoop, put one up, and
he's going to get offensive on that one.
They're going to get an offensive foul on Jaleel White. Do not count the basket. He doesn't like the call. We have another injury, though, for the Patrick School. That was Alexander Rice shaking up a bit, but he seems to be all right.
That was a great job by Rice, getting to the spot, setting his feet, causing that offensive foul.
.229 to play here in the third quarter. Patrick School down by 15. They trailed by as much as 16. Harris, long pass. Vasquez driving, got around, and we had another whistle on the floor.
A couple of boys from Pleasantville in the house getting ready for their game, doing a little scouting on Wildwood Catholic. They're going to see them again. They've already lost to them earlier in the season. But that Cal United division is going to go down to the wire with St. Joe, Pleasantville, Wildwood Catholic, even Cape May Tech. Like Coach DeWee said, it might be the best division in the Cape Atlantic League for the first time in a long time.
And Pleasantville and Holy Spirit will cap off the weekend as Vasquez. First free throw is good on the 1-and-1.
There's going to be some emotion in that game. Pleasantville looking for some payback from last year.
And you mentioned that they already lost to Wildwood Catholic. So did Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit kept it close in that first half of Wildwood Catholic in the opening game of the year. So they both know Wildwood Catholic, so a little scouting for them, but then they're going to get ready for the game approximately at 7 p.m. tonight. I'll be here with you guys, along with Mike Franco. We'll also get the next game, Williamstown and Bishop Eustis, following this one. McGonigal trying to inbound after the 2 free throws from McDowell. It's stolen away now. Here's Dawes. Dawes trying to drive baseline. Did he step out of bounds? No, they're going to get a foul on Catholic.
He's really been bottled up today. They've been doing a great job defending Dawes, a guy that scored 27 last night. Really hasn't had many open looks or many pathways to the basket so far. He's got to try to get to the line, get some points on the board, and get going.
They'll get McGonigal with the foul. It's the 8th team foul for Wildwood Catholic. Dawes to the line. He has not scored yet. And he finally gets his first point of the day on that free throw. 30-18 your score. Ben Church will check in for the Crusaders. Jake McGonigal, take a seat. Church, 6'2" junior. Dawes' second free throw is good, so he gets 2 points. Gets rid of the goose egg. White over to Thweet. Just over 2 minutes to play third quarter. Nice feed over to Church. Church dribbles once, kicks it back out to Hopping. Hopping, driving paint, lost it, now picked away. Here comes Harris the other way. Harris almost lost it in the corner now. He'll drive, put one up. The floater is no good. Put back by Vasquez, got it to go. 30-21. Patrick School has some life now. They cut it back down to single digits, and a timeout from Dave DeWeese and company.
Celtics starting to get a little momentum. Great play by Vasquez there with the tip in. Wildwood Catholic has to be careful here. They got to really treat these possessions valuably. in the last 151 of the third quarter. This could be a 4 or 5 point game if they don't watch out.
Wildwood Catholic has held a double-digit lead for a majority of the game. And the last thing they want to do is let the Patrick School get back into this one, and certainly could be next day hangover from a grind of a game against Camden just last night. Very close one, very intense game to cap off the Saturday night portion of the Seagull Classic. And today, of course, having to play 2 games in 2 days, and of course playing this one in smack down middle in the afternoon. Definitely some wear and tear from last night, but
2 games in less than 24 hours.
But I'll tell you what, if they can get some juice, Wildwood Catholic has to be very careful because these guys can score in a hurry. As we know, the talent they have, particularly in Vasquez and Alamir Dawes.
Starting to see a little bit more defensive pressure. Trying to get some more turnovers here in the last minute and a half of the first quarter.
Full court press on. Nice feed there from Zarfati, but he walked. It was a nice feed there to Church, who would have converted, but Zarfati gets called for the travel. And another turnover for the Crusaders. Something must be brewing a little bit here in Holy Spirit High School.
3 straight turnovers. That's going to give Coach Dave DeWeese some upset stomach.
Some agita. That pass is almost picked by Thweed, but it goes out of bounds.
A little bit of heartburn there on the coaching side for Wildwood Catholic.
Thweed has been a tremendous defensive presence throughout this game. Have not seen much of his defensive prowess in the second half so far, but he has a few rejections in this game. Here's Dawes. Guarded by Zarfati. Out to Ramos. Dawes again. Minute and a half to go, third quarter. Celtics trail by 9. Dawes driving top of the key, kicks it out. Ramos in the corner. And now he walked. Ramos faked the pass, tried to go back out to Rice. They'll get called for the travel. Another turnover for the Patrick School. Jaden Pierre will check in. Michael Ramos will take a seat. Here's Jaleel White. White driving, finds Hopping, top of the key, underneath. Church wide open, puts one up, got it to go. 32-21.
Great look by Hopping inside.
Wildwood Catholic back up by 11. Rice driving himself, kicks it back out. Dawes. Dawes left wing, driving. Pierre, baseline, underneath the Vasquez, loose ball picked away by White. Another turnover for the Patrick School. He's double teamed. Long pass, picked away by Church. We're going to get a foul on Vasquez. A little hands to the face action there.
Clotheslined him.
53 seconds remaining, third quarter.
If I'm Wildwood Catholic, I'd try to run this all the way down inside 10 seconds.
Hopping inbound, but we're going to get a late substitution on. Ramos to go out, and Johnson will come in. And they're going to let him come in. Bit late on the substitution there, but they'll allow Johnson to come back in.
Yeah, you don't want to have the Patrick School get any kind of momentum going into the fourth quarter, so they're going to have to treat this possession with care. Handle with care, if you will.
Hopping to inbound it. Over to Church. Gotta love these courtside seats where we are, Dave, as we can hear some of the chatter on the court that we can't repeat on television. Here's White. Driving baseline, trying to go up underneath 2 guys, and they got it to go. My goodness, Jaleel White. Again, we talk about these grown man moves. That was certainly one right there. Woo. And we just got a collision down here as Jacob Hopping goes to save the ball. We're all right down here. He's all right. That was some big contact. He went into the seats. Tried to save him. But the Patrick School will take over, and how about that?
Thought he wanted to give some color commentary for a few minutes.
Hey, we mentioned these courtside seats. We're loving the action, and we're gonna get the brunt of it. Jacob Hopping came into me. That pass tipped out of bounds, goes into the seats. Some good defense there from Wildwood Catholic.
That's why you pay big dollar for these front row seats, Nick.
I'm surprised none of our equipment broke down here. Here's Rice. 15 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Dawes. Now Pierre underneath. Harris back out to Rice. Now Pierre driving. Nice little dish out to Dawes. Right wing 3 wants it. No good. Hopping the rebound, and that's the end of the third quarter. Boy, that kid's tough. He saves, tries to save a ball, hits us, goes into the seats, gets a tough rebound to end the third quarter. It's 34-21, Wildwood Catholic after 3.
He was into the second row looking for some M&Ms from Mark Grimes over there.
Well, maybe Grimes will give him $1.
Mainland Gloucester Catholic girls yesterday. Patrick School was in action last night. Camden. So 6 of the top 20 teams in the state.
Seems like Hopping's all right, even though he's right in front of us. Still inbound it. Long pass finds McGonigal. Underneath White. Along the right wing. So we start the fourth quarter. Wildwood Catholic up by 13. He's guarded tightly by Dawes. White driving, kicks it out to Hopping. Back to White, trying to back him down. Puts one up, no call. Missed it. The putback by Church is no good, but he'll draw a foul. Dawes wanted the call on the contact, but as White was trying to back him down, Church does not get the putback, but he'll go to the line for 2.
We keep calling that name, Church, on big plays. Probably fitting on a Sunday.
One of the scrappier players on this team. Ben Church, only a junior. He'll be back next year. This is kind of a young Wildwood Catholic team, because you have guys like Thweet and White who are only juniors, and they'll be back for next season as well. First free throw is good from Church, 35-21.
Who doesn't need a little church on Sunday?
Your big three, so to speak, Thweet, White, and Hopping, all juniors for Wildwood Catholic. And don't forget about the younger Hopping, Jared Hopping. He's only a sophomore. He could be a factor next year as well. Church, second free throw is no good, but we might have a lane violation. And Church will shoot again.
Violation on Patrick School. Number 33, Ben Church will shoot one more.
7.5 to play, fourth quarter. Wildwood Catholic up by 14. Largest lead of the day for them was 16. Second free throw up and good. 36-21.
Celtics faithful get a little restless over there on the opposite side of the court. They want to see some better play out of their team.
Here's Ramos over to Dawes. Dawes back out to Ramos. In the corner now for Johnson. Continuing to swing around. Ramos double team. Gets back at the Dawes. Dawes driving. Spin move. Steps back. Driving again into the paint. Rice driving. Rejected by Taj Thweet. Stolen away. And now Thweet's ball is picked away. And he somehow got it back. Thweet to the hoop. Puts it up. Got it. Oh my goodness. Taj Thweet. I don't know what to describe that as. Almost lost it. Got it back. Somehow put it up. And the Wildwood Catholic has their largest lead of the afternoon, 17, 38-21. And we're going to get a foul on the Patrick School, another turnover. Or excuse me, a timeout. Full timeout from the Celtics, as there is absolutely no answer for that, Dave.
To see what they could do to slow down the Patrick School, and they've been successful in pretty much everything they wanted to do today.
Resume action. The Patrick School still with the ball.
They have to find some way to get Dawes freed up for some open looks. He really has been a non-factor today, and when your best player is getting shut down like that, you got to try to do some things creatively to get the ball in his hands and maybe set some screens for him, run him along the baseline, pop him out for a three, that kind of thing.
Only 2 points for him today, and they're off the free throws. After 27 last night, here's Dawes. Under 7 to play. Out to Ramos. Driving, baseline, double team, spin move, trying to take it back out. Vasquez now. He's been their go-to guy so far today. Ramos, right wing. Vasquez, thought about 3, will drive. Dishes underneath. Kick it back out. Rice now driving baseline, gonna lay one up and could not get it to go. Put back, no good. Picked away. Thweet's got it. Taj Thweet, the strength there, pulling it down again. And it's very tough to get any offensive rebounds on this team when you have Taj Thweet down low.
Yeah, great job by Wildwood Catholic. Coach DeWeese understanding he probably can't match up one-on-one with a lot of these players from Patrick School. Play that zone, and he's keeping Thweet down low and White up top, right in the middle there, so really forcing the action to the outside for the Patrick School.
So Thweet was fouled on that sequence, and because they're in the bonus, he'll get the 1-and-1 here. Got the first one to go. 39-21. They'll fix the scoreboard up there. Patrick scored another point there. 39-21 is your score. Next one up, no good. 18-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. Three-pointer for Ramos, no good. And another rebound from Taj Thweet.
It was actually just a 10-point game there for about
for 2 seconds off a scoreboard error. So an 18-point lead for Wildwood Catholic, their largest of the day. White driving. They're not backing down yet. White puts it up off the glass. What an impressive move from Jaleel White, 41-21. They're up by 20, and Wildwood Catholic starting to run away with it.
They just have no answer for White and Thweet on the defensive end.
Ramos to Powell. Here's Vasquez. Spin move, trying to get by Church. Baseline. Kicks it back out. They step out, or we're going to get a foul.
Their only chance, Nick, is to try to get Thweet and White in some kind of foul trouble, at least for a couple of minutes. But at this point, with only 6 minutes left, they're really going to have to knock down some threes to have any type of chance in this one.
So Vasquez will go to the line here. 1-1 here for Alejandro Vasquez. Under 6 to play in the ball game. First one's up and good. So 41-22, your score.
They have to at least cut it down to 10 points with 4 minutes to go. That's their only shot.
And we saw in the third quarter, they had cut it back down to single digits, but they could not do anything with it. Second free throw is missed, and Taj Street another rebound. Boy, he's been a monster on the boards today. Here's White now, crossing the timeline, gets over to McGonigal. In the corner for Hopping, almost all alone, but he could not handle the ball. He had a look, but he could not handle it, loses that out of bounds. So a turnover there for the Crusaders.
Whatever Thweet ate for breakfast, I'm going to start eating that every day.
Breakfast and lunch, man. Zarfati will check back in for the Crusaders. McGonigal will take a seat. We mentioned if Wildwood Catholic could play this well against a school like this with a 6-man rotation, just imagine what they will get when transfer Deshaun Lopez is eligible. Ramos driving baseline, reverse layup, rejected away again. I'm pretty sure that was Taj Thweet once again.
He's got to have at least 5-6 blocks.
He's an absolute monster today. Rice to inbound. Underneath, Vasquez puts it up. Got it. And he'll get it to go. 17-point lead now for Catholic. 41-24. Thweet up the floor. Nice little feed over here to Church. Back over to Thweet. Underneath to Taj Thweet. Got it. Two-handed slam. Taj Thweet. Style points there. That's beautiful passing and transition from Wildwood Catholic.
That could be the exclamation point they were looking for.
Back up to a 19-point lead. Here comes Dawes underneath. Puts it up for McDowell, and he is rejected. Man, looks like they're going to get a foul on Church. As Powell was fouled in the act of shooting, he'll go to the line. 5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Does that put us over for the over-under on the dunks for this weekend?
I believe so. What'd you say, 20 for the entire weekend? I'm sure it was over earlier yesterday morning. First free throw, no good from Powell. McGonigal to check back in. Zarfati will take a seat. Here's Powell's second attempt at the line. Puts it up, and no good. Rebound, Thweet once again. Here's White, under 5 to play in the ball game. Now Hopping, stolen away here by Vasquez. What a job by him. Fakes a move, puts one up off the glass, and in it goes for Alejandro Vasquez. That's some nifty footwork right there. So they'll cut the lead.
Cut this down into single digits.
Definitely can't call the game yet. We got a whistle on the floor, and I'm sure what it was. Bit of a delay in the game. Resume action. Here's Hopping, the inbound to White. Here we go. 4:45 to play. Dish over to McGonigal. Now at the Church. Started by the 3. Back underneath to White. White, nice bounce pass to Taj. Who slams it down for 2.
Boom shakalaka.
I mean,
he's having a field day underneath.
At that point, you just can't stop that. Taj Thweet has been as impressive as we've seen all season. Dawes now. Trying to get over to Ramos, almost lost it. Ramos driving. Whistle on the floor, offensive foul. Come back the other way. And David, it just seems like the Patrick School all day, they've been looking for drives to the hoop, but then they have nothing. They can't get by the perimeter, and seems like they have no offensive game plan for Wildwood Catholic.
Well, they really haven't been able to get either Thweet or White into foul trouble, and that's been a problem for them. Obviously, Thweet inside there, he's going to make you change a lot of your shots.
Some good passing from Wildwood Catholic. Here's Hopping, right corner 3, wants it, no good. And we're going to get over the back foul on Church. Dave DeWeese does not like it.
I don't think he likes that quick shot when he's got a big lead with 4 minutes to go.
Waiting for that jacket toss.
Hard to fault Hopping, though. He's a three-point shooter. He wants to get his shots in.
He's been quiet today, too. So Johnson will go to the line for the Patrick School. It's a 19-point lead still for the Crusaders. Johnson. First one up and got it with the roll. 45-27.
They're going to have to find a way to spring some of these shooters to at least get 2 or 3 threes here in the next 2 minutes to kind of make this a game.
Next one is up and got it to go. So it's 45-28, 17-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. Let's see if they can drain a lot of clock here with these possessions. Some good passing. Here's Church. Over Hopping, back over to Church. Patrick still trying to get some tight defense going. Church kicks it back out. White steps one, puts it up, no good. Loose ball, and a bounce it goes. And Catholic will keep the ball. .349 to play. Inbound from McGonigal to Hopping. At the 3, top of the key.
Fans thinking alongside with DeWeese, they want some longer possessions here.
Johnson steals it away. Coming back the other way for the Celtics. Johnson puts one up off the glass. In it goes, and the foul. They're going to nail Jacob Hopping with a little extra contact. So Johnson draws it, and will go to the line for the 3-point play.
Great job by Patrick School applying that pressure, getting the turnover, and the points in transition.
Johnson's free throw up and no good. Rebound there by Hopping after the tip. White.
Oh, they had Sweet open.
Great pass. Here comes Taj Sweet. Almost went up for the one-handed slam, but he's fouled on the way up. Boy, that would have brought the house down.
If Church would have seen him a little bit earlier, he was wide open on the baseline, ready to throw that one down. He was calling for us.
Oh, boy. That would have been impressive.
He was looking for that Julius Erving roundhouse.
So Threet will go to the line for 2. He was ready for the windmill dunk. First one's up and no good. Still a 15-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. 3.5 to play. Ramos will check out. Pierre back in for the Patrick School. Threet. Second free throw up and good.
Dave DeWeese imploring his team to be smart. That's part of being a great team, is learning how to put a team away, learning how to value these possessions and take time off the clock in the last 4 minutes.
Rice trying to get by Thweet. Rice puts one up. No good, but a foul. They're going to get Taj Thweet. Didn't see much there, Dave, but they're going to nab him, and the refs have been calling it close all day, so at least they're staying consistent.
Yeah. Almost tempted to get him out of there for a minute and a half if you can. Looks like Dave DeWeese is going to keep him on the floor. I think he's got 3 fouls now.
First free throw from Rice is good. 46-31.
Maybe he figures, hey, Taj Sweet's a smart enough player not to foul out of this game, and he knows he needs him in there defensively.
Rice for his second on the way and rattles out, but a rebound there by Vasquez, but he lost. Excuse me, that was not Vasquez. That was Javen Irby checking in for the first time today. And now he checks in for the first time, and he's immediately going to check out as Dawes comes back in. Last touch by Patrick School. Inbound here from Hopping for Wildwood Catholic for somewhere to go. And that one's tipped away, picked off. Johnson underneath. Vasquez, he's fouled on the way up.
Coach DeWeese about to blow a gasket over there on the far side.
And the tenacious defense not stopping from the Celtics.
That's exactly what you want if you're the Patrick School, be able to get points with the clock stopped.
Vasquez to shoot 2 from the line. 3:20 to play. That one's up and good. 46-32. Celtics still trail by double digits. They only cut it back to single digits back early in that third quarter, but have not been able to get it underneath 10 since. Second one up and bounce off the front rim. Rebound there by Thweet. Once again, Hopping. Cross-court pass has White. White double team. They're trying to cross the timeline. That pass picked off. Come back the other way is Pierre. Nice feed underneath the Vasquez. Puts one up, and it is no good. Loose ball picked up by Pierre. Pierre driving. Reverse layup. No good. Vasquez put back no good. And a whistle. Vasquez a little shaken up on the play. He was grabbing his right elbow, but he seems to be all right.
Give credit to the Celtics, man. They're really getting after it on defense, trying to cut it to the lead, trying to get it down to 10 with 2 minutes to go.
So Vasquez will go back to the line for 2. White and Thweet have played the entire game for Wildwood Catholic. And I don't expect them to go to the bench with 3 minutes to go. Vasquez's first free throw is up and off the front iron, no good.
Both teams in a double bonus here the rest of the way.
And by the way, this game's been going. We could expect a lot more whistles and a lot more free trips to the line.
Yeah, this last 3 minutes might take about 20 in real time.
Vasquez for his second on the way. Got it to go.
We got plenty of time. Now we got 40 minutes before Bishop Eustace and Williamstown tip off.
Hopping, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. 46-33, Thweet double team, gets it over to Zarfati. Zarfati free run over to Church, back out to White. And now they'll sort of pass it around. Church, double team in the corner. Church. Was he fouled or did he get a timeout?
Timeout by Wildwood Catholic.
They'll get a timeout on the corner. Smart timeout there from Dave DeWeese today at Minnesota. And of course, everyone, a lot of Eagle fans here in the gym today.
Oh, yeah.
Games got underway, 3-0 Birds, of course, over the Bears. Hopefully to keep that going, keep the magic rolling. Hopping it inbound. Oh, gets it into Thweet in the corner. Guarded tightly by Dawes. Thweet cross-court pass over to White. He's got it. Trying to get by Vasquez. White driving, splits the double team, lost the ball. He tried to get a little fancy to Hopping. Here comes Vasquez the other way. Vasquez puts it up off the glass and got it to go in the foul. They're going to nail Zarfati with the foul.
Not a lot he could do there, Nick. You almost, at that point, just let him score the basket, avoid the foul, avoid the chance for another point.
So Vasquez will go to the line to convert the three-point play. Got it to go, 46-36 is your score.
There you go. They got it to 10 with over 2 minutes to go.
And they're in this game now. Hopping. Pass is almost picked off by Dawes, but they'll rule it in favor of Wildwood Catholic. Dawes nearly took it away. And he, again, we mentioned before, Dave, he's been very quiet today on the offensive end, but he's trying to make his presence known on the defensive end here. Trying to get these last few minutes, lead his team back. Thweet gets the inbound pass from Hopping. Thweet double team. Did he step out of bounds or ready to get a jump ball? In favor of the Patrick School.
Wow.
I don't know about that call.
Things started to come unglued a little bit here for the Crusaders. They got to tighten things up.
Still 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game. It's only down to a 10-point lead now. It was as big as 20. They'll inbound. Johnson looking for somebody. Now the whistle, kickball on Hopping. Patrick School will keep the ball. They'll inbound it here. Rice looking for somebody. Finds Dawes. He's double teamed. Dawes trying to get around. 2.5 to play. In the corner. Three-pointer for Vasquez. Off the mark. Gets his own rebound. Hop step. Puts one off the glass. No good. Another putback attempt. No good rebound there by Thweet. We will get possession in favor of Wildwood Catholic. Vasquez, a lot of effort there to get his own rebound. And it had a third chance at it with a putback. It just could not get it to fall.
A great effort on the offensive glass there. Just couldn't get the right tip in to get that to go. Going to see Thweet on the line here.
And he was fouled on the other end, so he'll walk the floor.
This is what games like this come down to. Can you hit your free throws and put a team away?
Very physical game here. Result in a lot of fouls. Thweet's first free throw bounces and goes in. 47-36.
Nice forgiving rims here at Holy Spirit.
Getting lucky loud bounces from the crowd. 2:21 to play. Catholic up by 11. Next one up for Thweet. Got it to go, all Cotton. 12-point lead for the Crusaders. And now Rice. Bit of a trap on defense for Catholic. Vasquez taking it himself. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Ball tipped in the air. Rebound Thweet again. Boy, he's been a monster on the boards.
Unbelievable. He's got to have at least 15 rebounds, if not more.
That ball nearly stolen away by Pierre. And they're going to rule it out of bounds. So Hopping will inbound it. Thweet with an easy double-double today. Seems like it. 2:04 to play. Hopping. Long pass. Here's
Watch
Thweet.
out.
Here's a dunk attempt. He's got it, the two-handed slam. Taj Thweet bringing down the house. Another dunk for him. 14-point lead. Dawes driving the lane, taking himself. Reverse layup. What a move from Alamir Dawes. It's his first official basket of the ball game with 1:52 to play and a timeout here. And for the Celtics, it's been a tough time going as they have not been able to cut it back underneath single digits since the third quarter. Hopping. Inbounds it to White. Over to Hopping. Full court press on for the Celtics. White crosses the timeline. Dishes over to Church, but it's picked off. Johnson back the other way, and now Hopping sees it. What a save! Now it's White. Underneath the Thweet, back over to White. White is fouled. Hopping shaking up a bit.
Gotta love this kid's effort, man. He's crashing into everything along the sidelines here, trying to save balls from going out of bounds.
Hopping is not going to go out. He'll stay in there. He's a tough kid. He's been a little bit quiet on the scoring end. He's their three-point specialist. But what a save. A little behind the back save. Got it back into White, and results in a trip to the free throw line for Jaleel White. First one's up and good.
Really the story of this game, Nick. I mean, Wildwood Catholic has just been out hustling the Celtics in every facet of the game, the offensive glass, the defensive glass, getting those loose balls.
13-point lead. White will make it 14 with a lucky bounce. Minute and a half to go. Dawes guarded by White. He splits a triple team. Dawes taking himself hop step. He got fouled. And they're going to get that one on Ben Church.
Pretty athletic move there by Dawes.
Tell you what, he split it. He split a triple team and was about to split a double team. Ben Church will take a seat, and in comes the young buck, Jared Hopping. Jacob's little brother. Getting some time here at the end of the game is now Church. I believe he might have fouled out of the game there.
Might be a couple of butterflies going through the stomach of the young Hopping there.
First free throw.
Going up against one of the top 5 schools in the state.
First free throw for Dawes is good, so back to a 13-point lead. He'll try to convert the second one here. Hopping saw some time in the opening win over Holy Spirit. Free throw missed and loose for the ball. And out of bounds it goes. Wildwood Catholic will get the ball. Jared Hopping, only a sophomore, standing at 6'2", but an inch shorter than his brother. Certainly has some room to grow.
They're going to have to start fouling at some point here.
Jacob Hopping off the floor, and I'm actually surprised that was a foul on Ramos. I didn't think he touched Jacob Hopping as he was sprinting up the floor. But since we're in the double bonus and we have a 13-point lead here, I expected a lot of free throws here down the stretch.
Number 4, Jacob Hopping will shoot 2.
Jared Hopping getting a few high fives from his fellow reserve players over there. They want to see him do well here in the last minute 24.
Free throw up and good for Jacob Hopping, 53-39. Back to a 14-point lead for the Wildwood Catholic. Second one up and good. Jacob Hopping strokes 2, 54-39. 15-point lead for the Crusaders. Vasquez now. If you're Wildwood Catholic, you would like to not foul at this clock drain. Rice out to Pierre. Vasquez driving into the paint. Puts one up, and that one is maybe slightly tipped by Thweet. The shot is no good. Vasquez kicked it back out. Here's Pierre. Over to Dawes. Straight on 3. Wants it. Could not get it to go. Rebound, Taj Thweet. And we're going to get a whistle. With exactly a minute to go, Thweet will walk the floor and shoot some more free throws from the charity stripe.
Looks like that's going to do it, Nick. Only a minute left. Trailing by 15. Just a matter of hitting a few free throws here if you're the Crusaders.
I would say if the Patrick School misses another shot on the other end, I would say at that point you just hold off and let Wildwood Catholic run the clock out. Really no chance here, down by 15. Yeah, Irby checking back in. He got about 2 seconds of floor time before on the free throw attempts. Thweet's first free throw is no good. $15-point lead for Wildwood Catholic still. Largest of the day was 20. Next one up for Thweet. Misses both. Dawes rebound. Dawes coming up the floor. Trying to take it himself. Out to Rice. Rice driving. Out to Ramos. Left wing 3 off the mark. Rebound, White.
Just haven't been able to connect on any of those three-point shots. That's really been a huge factor in this game.
Hopping up the floor, long pass, finds his younger brother, Jared. Brother's playing catch now. 38 to play. Hopping, double team, over to Jared. Jared
Put it up,
driving.
young man.
Kicks it back out to Jaleel White. Out to Jacob Hopping. And I think now they'll run the clock down. Jacob Hopping almost lost it. Back out to his younger brother, Jared. Catholic trying to swing it around. Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. So no foul. Jared Hopping stepped out of bounds.
I'm sure he was tempted to take that shot, but he didn't want to get on Coach DeWeese's bad graces.
He was
there.
wide open there. 15-point lead. Dogs leg up the floor. 20 seconds to play. Rice for three. Got it. All cotton for Alexander Rice. 54-42. Liam Grimes checking in.
Get him in the box score.
The 5'8" senior going to get the check in, and Taj Sweet will take a seat.
Good to see that.
Gotta love to see that. Liam Grimes.
Hard-working senior getting a little playing time.
Hey, he's a grinder on the JV team. Let's see if he gets the ball here from Jacob Hopping. He's double teamed in the corner. Driving. Long pass up to his brother Jared. Jared goes to the rack, puts one up, and he's got it. Jared Hopping, his first bucket of the day, 56-42, down to 4 seconds. Here's a three-point there from Rice, no good, and that'll do it. 56-42, your final. Wildwood Catholic over the Patrick School Dave. That's an impressive performance, particularly from Taj Sweet and Jaleel White. They were dominant today over the Celtics.
Really impressed with the way the Crusaders played, and that's bad news for the rest of the Cape Atlantic League, knowing you're going to have to face these guys in January.